Good morning, class 12th. Children, as you already know, that we have started with the third unit, and most of that has already been completed. Today, we will be starting with the third chapter of this unit, that is microbes and human welfare. What you have to understand is most of the contents are theoretical, but you have to follow my instructions because I may guide you regarding the board requirements, how you have to answer a particular question. Right, children? First of all, if you can see, I have listed a few microbes. These are strictly according to your syllabus, nothing extra is there. Regarding these microbes, where what are the uses of these microbes? What can they help in? And what is the product which is formed out of these microbes? In short, if I say it is the source of a particular product and the use of that product for our benefit, that is to be studied. So, source and uses of every product that is listed here, that has to be understood. I have made a tabular form for this so that you don't have any confusion. I will be sending you a picture of that tabular form and you have to learn according to that table only, so that you are not messed up with lot many contents in the book, right? But you have to look for the picture in the notes that I will be sending you later on. If you can see, I have just divided. In short, we just have to list that how microbes can help in human welfare. So the first heading, if you can see, I have used different colors so that you don't get confused. The first use is in household products. Second one is industrial products. Third one is sewage treatment for the impurities which are there in water. Sewage treatment. Fourth one is microbes as biocontrol agent. Another one is microbes as biofertilizer. And one more is microbes in the field of biogas formation. So, whatever headings I have told you, you have to study them one by one. And whatever is written as of now on the screen, the first one under household product is lactobacillus. Everyone knows that bacteria is used for curd formation. Saccharomyces, this is yeast, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This is yeast and it is used in bread. Let me tell you, Saccharomyces would be used as a source. This fungus would be used as a source at many places, like in alcohol or in organic acids or any other thing, beverages too, wherever fermentation is needed. Right, wherever fermentation is needed, Saccharomyces, commonly you call it yeast, that is used, and here in household products it is used for making bread. And the third bacteria is Propionibacterium. This is for Swiss cheese. You have to learn them. No one can help you in this. You have to learn what is the name of the causative, I should not use the word. What is the name of the source bacteria or source fungi, and what is the product formed and where that product is used. Right. Second one is industrial products. So here beverages are for the first one. Children, you need to see here that beverages could be distilled or non-distilled. Right? Non-distilled are those which are directly used after the fermentation process. We are talking about the organically, naturally formed beverages. So here, just after the fermentation by the action of bacteria, or fungi, if the alcohol is formed, that alcohol concentration is actually very less. It is mixed in water, so the alcohol concentration is very, very less. You must have heard about the sugar industry where molasses is there, and there is a big water reservoir where this molasses is settled, I mean, for few days. Because it is sweet, it will be promoting the growth of the bacteria, which will be converting the whole water content into ethanol. But then this alcohol, what you have to see is it is very, very dilute because of the water concentration. So naturally formed beverages consumed directly after fermentation, they have lesser concentrations of alcohol in them, and you call them non-distilled because they are not pure. But the other category, for example, I can tell you like wine and beer, barley water. Right, this is hardly very much, decomposed under the bacterial action, and then it is consumed. So, very less concentration of alcohol. But when you talk about distilled beverages, at that time you are talking about the purity. The concentration of alcohol becomes higher. Why? Because out of this non-distilled, after the distillation process, all the alcohol content is collected separately, and then this is the saturated alcohol, and it is very much higher in concentration. So, distilled and non-distilled, you may say that non-distilled is impure, it contains certain impurities, and non-distilled ones are pure. For example, whiskey or rum or brandy, all these are distilled ones, right? Apart from beverages, you have antibiotic penicillin. Children, you have the scope of syllabus says that penicillin, the causative, this is the source for extraction, that is the fungus Penicillium notatum, and the use is in the medicinal field, that is used as antibiotic for generally the sexually transmitted diseases. Third one is organic acids. For example, acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, butyric acid. All these acids are extracted by Aspergillus or Acetobacterium aceti. These are the category. You will be finding everything in that table that I'll be sending you. And these acids are generally used. Everyone knows that citric acid and the citric acid, and the other one is acetic acid, that is vinegar. This is used in as preservatives in the pickles and jellies and jams, and apart from this they are also used as flavoring agents, right children? So acids use and source out of which microbe these are extracted, you have to learn that. Another one is alcohol. Alcohol, already I have told you. Ethanol, that is the action of Saccharomyces, that is yeast. Enzymes, pectinase, protease, streptokinase, lipase, all these enzymes, they are extracted by one or the other microbe. Aspergillus niger is one of the most common category for that, and these enzymes I have written in the table what are these enzymes used for. You just have to mention one use because you will never be asked to write a detailed paragraph on that, right? Then you have cyclosporin. This is extracted out of a fungus, Trichoderma polysporum, and let me tell you, this is a very good immunosuppressant, and this is basically for the organ transplant method. At the time you are undergoing organ transplantation, at that time immunity should be suppressed, and this can be used. Statin, for lowering the cholesterol level, right? Monascus purpureus, I guess, is the source. You can check it out in the table that I'll be sending you, right? I am concluding this video here. I'll be continuing in the next video because that's the topic, sewage treatment. All right, children?